Meet Pedro Lady Glug Glug the fish. You have the longest name. And Pablo is a beautiful Tyrannosaurus Rex. Why am I a fish with a mustache? Lady Glug Glug has a note inside. I'm gagging a pretend fish. I'm Lady Glug Glug. You're being selfish. Ah! Why? Crap, there's more. Alright, let's fish the rest of this out. What is this? Is this a Smartie? Is this a Smartie? I think we fed it a Smartie and the Smartie's dying. Let's see what else she beholds. Alright, I've got it. Okay, oh god. Do these notes go together? Oh! Pedro says he loves your fish. I made Lady Glug Glug in the 7th grade and Pablo in the 8th grade. I don't know what was going on with me. My art teacher hated me. Probably because I did stuff like this. My art teacher now hates me because I still do stuff like this. Like the other day. We were supposed to write a haiku and then illustrate the haiku. My haiku was, I hate this dumb school. I would rather be in bed. Dreaming of being murdered. And yes, I know that's not a haiku, but any other way that I wrote it down, it made it sound like I was trying to kill people, and I really wasn't. I drew myself dreaming of being murdered because I love those dreams. For some god-awful reason, I love dreaming of being murdered. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. I'm your host, JC, and I hate my life. Yes, I realize that I look like trash today. Trust me, you don't have to tell me. I know. I'm wearing Totoro pajama pants. I hate myself so much. So, as most of you know, I missed Saturday because something came up with my family. And I'm sorry, but my mind was on them. It wasn't on YouTube. It wasn't on anything else except for what was going on right then and there. I'm sorry, but Serious Saturday is going to roll over to the next Serious Saturday because I filmed it and I was editing it, but the more I edited it, the more I hated myself. So I'm just going to refilm that. I was going to explain this in Saturday's video, but I guess I'll explain it now. Last Talk Tuesday, I did a conspiracy theory. This Talk Tuesday, I'm doing something paranormal. And the next Talk Tuesday, I'm going to do a story time. And I'm going to start it over with the conspiracy theory and keep going through. It's going to be like a rotation, like this. It's going to go like this. Stay hydrated, kids. Alright, so today's topic is the Midnight Man game. So I don't know if this ritual is like a pagan ritual, like the website said, or if it's from creepypasta. It probably doesn't work, but just in case, I'm not gonna try it. I'm definitely not trying this game or any other game I may or may not talk about. This scares the crap out of me, like... So to play this game, you're gonna need a candle, yum, a lighter or a book of matches. You probably need a book of matches instead of a lighter, and I'll explain why later on. One solitary sheet of paper, a writing implement, something to like prick your finger with, but screw that, a wooden door, and salt, which I'm not bringing salt in here because I'll get it all over the place and things will be bad. You have to begin by writing your full name on a sheet of paper. I'm not writing my real name because I'm already freaked out. Bertha Magnus Jones. You write your full name like that, except you write your actual name, unlike me. Now you gotta prick your finger, but instead of pricking my finger like an idiot, I'm going to use a red marker. And you just make a little dot on your paper like that with your own blood. Like, pretend that that blood came from my hand. So now you have to place this paper in front of the wooden door, which is closed, and light your candle. So you put the candle on top of the paper, set it down in front of the wooden door. Now that you have your piece of paper and your candle in front of the wooden door, it's time to start. Now you have to knock on the door 22 times, and you have to make sure that the 22nd knock happens right at the stroke of midnight. So now that you've knocked 22 times, and you knocked directly at midnight, like it has to hit right when midnight hits. So you knock your 22nd time, the clock changes to midnight. Now you gotta blow out your candle. You're in the dark because all of your lights are out and you're just in your dark house alone. Now, this is where it gets intense. You gotta relight that candle immediately. Like, you gotta relight that candle fast. So now that you have your candle lit, you pick up your candle, pick up your matches, and your salt. I don't know how you're carrying all of this. I guess you put the matches in your pocket or something. But you gotta walk around your house now. And you have to make sure that you have your matches and your salt to where you can, like, use them. You gotta be able to get that stuff fast. The whole purpose of the game is to avoid the Midnight Man. And you know the Midnight Man is near if you hear him moaning. If you hear moaning in your house, go run! You know, you hear him going, ooh, run! He might whisper to you, he might, like, send notes. He might, like, make you real cold. Like, you're gonna feel real chilly if the Midnight Man is near you. Sometimes you see him and he's like, hey, I'm the Midnight Man, we're playing hide and seek and you just lost. So if you experience any of those three things, you gotta get out of there, or you're gonna have a situation, and you don't want to have a situation, because if you don't get out of there, this is what happens next. Your candle goes out and you're in the dark, and you're scared, and you're cold, and there's someone whispering in your ear, and you're just like, imagine that. Imagine being in the dark, being cold, and like some humanoid figure just whispering in your ear, and you're just like, ah! Just imagine. I'm shook. If your candle goes out, you are in trouble, girl. You have to relight it within 10 seconds. I don't know how you're gonna, like, get this match out, like, with your salt in your hand. Strike this match and light the candle in 10 seconds. Like, I'm not coordinated like that. If you don't light your candle within 10 seconds, the Midnight Man gets you. But there's a backup measure. If you can't relight your candle within 10 seconds because you're as uncoordinated as me, so you grab your salt and you make a little salt circle around you. It's your safe circle. Don't make an oval. The sea bears will get you. The sea bears will get you, SpongeBob. But you gotta make the little circle of salt. And now you have to remain in the small circle of salt until 3:33 a.m. Like, say you get caught at 12:10, you have to remain in that circle until 3:33 a.m. Like, that is so long to remain in one tiny little circle. The way the game ends is at 3:33 a.m. he leaves. He gives up. He's a quitter. The Midnight Man is a quitter. Please don't come and get me. So, what happens if the Midnight Man does get you? If you're dumb and you don't light your candle or draw your little sea bear circle, like, what happens? Accounts differ as to what befalls players caught by the Midnight Man. Some claim he will induce a hallucination of your worst fear until the end of the game. So if you get caught at like 12:01 a.m., you are screwed. If your biggest fear is like those huge bugs from the bug exterminator commercials, like, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. If your biggest fear are those bugs, you're gonna be in a situation because you're gonna be around that bug until 3:33 a.m. You're just gonna be sitting in a room with that bug. Like, you're just not gonna have a good time. Others claim he will remove your organs one by one. Both outcomes are to be avoided at all costs. If you play this game, you're insane. you're risking your internal organs, and I don't know about you, but I like my internal organs being internal. There's a list of things that you cannot do during this game. Number 1, you cannot turn on any lights whatsoever. The only light source you're allowed to have is your handy dandy candle. Yum. You can't use a flashlight during the game because that's another light besides your handy dandy candle. Yum. You can't go to sleep during this game because if you do, the Midnight Man's gonna come out, blow out your candle. You're not gonna have time to relight it because you're gonna be asleep. And you can't draw your little sea bear circle of salt, so the Midnight Man's gonna get you if you go to sleep. What? You can't use a lighter. Oops. You can't use someone else's blood during the game. Like, you can't be like, hey, sis, can I prick your finger so I can summon a demon to the house? You can't do that. I hope your sister would say no if you asked her if you could prick her finger to bring a demon into this house. If she doesn't, I think you have a bigger problem than the Midnight Man. You can't leave your house during the game because if you do, you're going to have a situation and the Midnight Man's going to be like, well, this is my new home. I'm moving in. And he's going to like come with suitcases and you're like, ugh, Midnight Man, I thought you were going to leave at 3:33 a.m. And he's going to be like, no, Bertha Magnus Jones. You left the house to get Taco Bell. So I decided I was going to stay. And then you're going to have to live with this demon the rest of your life. The demon's going to be in the house and you're going to have to deal with him. You're not allowed to be mean to the Midnight Man. The Midnight Man has feelings too. Most importantly, he may not leave. He might just be there forever. Just because the game is over doesn't mean he's gone. You never know. The Midnight Man might just be staying in your home forever. So don't think that he left just because the game is over. Alright, so now that we've gotten done getting shook over a scary paranormal game, I think I'm just going to end this video because my camera's dying and I'm dying on the inside. So that's our scary paranormal Talk Tuesday. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, go down in the comments and be like, hey, I like this video. If you don't like the video, don't like it, don't subscribe. I'm sorry that I don't tickle your fancy. I'm great. Sorry that I looked like trash. Sorry about Serious Saturday. I will have that up. I have a great story time for Tuesday, so come back for that at least. It's gonna be crazy. So if you want to hear a good story and have a good time, come back next Tuesday. Maybe subscribe. Pedro Lady Glug Glug says, peace.
Now you know that I'm at an all-time